2025 has already revealed discoveries that few were meant to see. Hidden findings, restricted zones, and secrets buried deep beneath the surface. Some discoveries challenge what we know, others were never meant to be uncovered at all. In this video, we reveal the top 10 forbidden discoveries made in 2025 so far, findings that sparked questions, controversy, and mystery. These are real events, real locations, real consequences. Welcome to Daily Cam TV.
Number 9.
Saqqara archaeological site in Egypt this year, a team of Egyptian and Japanese archaeologists made an unexpected find. They were digging in an area they'd previously discovered ancient graves at, but this time they came across a well. What they thought was a well, anyway. Turns out it was the entrance to a forgotten tomb. The well was actually a vertical shaft leading down to a burial chamber, and as they kept digging, they uncovered 4 tombs, some made of mud bricks, others carved right into the rock. Also found 10 more burials from 3,200 years ago, showing that Saqqara was used as a cemetery for well over 1,000 years. They also worked on cleaning a Greco-Roman catacomb, where they found mummified remains, ancient artifacts like ceramics, bird cages, and drinking glasses. The team is planning to return for more digs to see what else might be hidden beneath the sands of Saqqara, but if you're a superstitious type, you might find this one kind of eerie because you know what happens when ancient Egyptian tombs are unearthed, you know?
Number 8.
This came out about a group of church officials and museum staff in Lithuania who discovered royal treasures that had been hidden for over 85 years. The story actually starts way back in World War II, when caretakers of Vilnius Cathedral decided to hide the cathedral's priceless treasures for safekeeping. Their hiding spot clearly worked, maybe a little too well, because the treasure sat hidden decades after the war. Well, last fall, a team decided to give it another shot. This time though, they used a tiny camera on a thin wire and poked it into cracks in the basement of the cathedral. At first, nothing showed up. Then suddenly, something caught their eye on the screen. They carefully opened the cavity, and there it was, the long-lost treasure. Among the finds were royal burial items, some more than 450 years old. The treasure included 3 crowns, a scepter, an orb, jewelry, silver plaques, and a medallion. One of the crowns belonged to Alexander Jagiellon, the Grand Duke of Lithuania and King of Poland, who died in 1506, and 2 others belonged to the wives of King Sigismund II Augustus, who passed away in 1572.
Number 7.
Making the rounds recently, archaeologists working in Italy discovered this long-lost Roman town hidden beneath farmland. Incredible. The site in the Lazio region dates back to around the 1st century BCE, and it's pretty well preserved. Researchers found entire buildings, including homes and workshops, with walls still standing and even some floor mosaics intact. And then there were the artifacts. You got pottery, coins, and tools. The town was a busy spot for trade. It was probably connected to a bunch of other Roman towns, all working together to supply bigger cities like Rome with what they needed. The find could help scholars understand how smaller towns in the Roman Empire functioned and interacted with one another. We've uncovered a lot about more famous cities like Rome and Pompeii, so discovering more about a smaller, lesser-known town like this is pretty cool.
Number 6.
For these ancient Babylonian tablets more than 2,500 years old that mention lunar eclipses as omens. To these ancient people, an eclipse was seen as an ominous sign, often bad news for the kingdom. One tablet specifically mentions a lunar eclipse as a warning that the king could be in danger, or that disaster might befall the kingdom. They believed the moon had an influence on world events, from the fate of kings to outcomes of war. Tablets were written in cuneiform script, the oldest known form of writing, and not easy to decipher. But it's clear that the Babylonians knew a lot about astronomy, even though their interpretation of it was a bit off.
Number 5.
Archaeologists in Peru discovered this hidden network of ancient Inca tunnels beneath the ground. These tunnels were used for water management and transportation, and they've been surprisingly well preserved over the centuries. What's so important about this find? Without modern tools, they dug these tunnels to direct water through the mountains, helping to irrigate crops during dry seasons. Some of the tunnels also worked as roads, allowing people and goods to move across the rough terrain. The Inca are already famous for their impressive structures like Machu Picchu. These tunnels are revealing another side to them.
Number
Digging in the Steinaker region discovered way more than they were expecting. Originally, they'd been setting out to find a rumored Roman estate, but instead, they discovered ruins of a Roman highway stretching over a quarter of a mile and a village with several buildings and artifacts. The road likely connected to two Roman forts about 6 miles apart. In terms of artifacts, they found fragments of wall paintings, found coins, a stone statue. The statue, identified as Mercury, the god of traders and merchants. Archaeologists believe the statue came from a temple dedicated to Mercury, showing just how important he was to the Romans, especially those involved in trade, of course. The village would have been a rest stop, craft center, a small trading post that probably popped up around 100 CE and was abandoned by 300 CE. The Nazca Lines have been talked about to death, but today we have an update for you. Recently, hundreds of new geoglyphs in the desert of southern Peru have been found. Researchers using AI to analyze satellite images discovered 303 additional geoglyphs in just 6 months. These include detailed depictions of animals like llamas and orcas holding weapons, more on that later, along with more human-like figures. Some of these things are over 2,000 years old, created by the Nazca people, who lived between 200 BCE and 600 CE. They're famous for their massive drawings etched into the desert floor, which could only have been fully appreciated from the air, which makes them very mysterious. So the AI model was key in this discovery. As lead author Masato Sakai explained, the quote, traditional method of study was slow and carried the risk of overlooking some of them. The AI, on the other hand, found faint lines 20 times faster than humans. Images include orcas holding blades, a symbol linked to human sacrifice. As Sakai pointed out, on some pottery from the Nazca period, there are scenes depicting orcas with blades cutting off human heads.
Number 3.
Working in Pompeii discovered something pretty cool, a private spa complex, no longer operational of course, but it is helping to show us how the city's wealthy lived before Mount Vesuvius erupted and buried everyone in mounds of boiling hot lava. How's that for a hot tub? The spa complex was found during excavations of a home in what was once a wealthy district of Pompeii. This would have been a place for the elite to unwind and socialize. The spa had different rooms, including a hot bath, a cold bath, and a steam room, all beautifully detailed.
Number
Weren't sure what animal represented Seth, the Egyptian god of disorder, sexuality, and death. When we picture animals in ancient Egypt, cats come to mind a lot, crocodiles, of course, eagles, snakes, beetles. These animals were often used to represent various gods and goddesses, but Seth's unusual form in ancient art was a strange creature with this long snout and pointy ears and a tail. Archaeologist Pierre de Mare thinks he may have figured this out. After studying early depictions of Seth from between 4000 and 3000 BCE, he believes the animal was actually an aardvark. Not an animal we usually associate with ancient Egypt, but the aardvark's long ears, the snout, and tail, they do match some of the earliest images of Seth. Now, aardvarks don't live in the Nile Valley today, but animals like giraffes and elephants used to, so it is possible that aardvarks could have as well.
Number
A team of researchers discovered prehistoric cave paintings in Indonesia that are among the oldest known to date. The paintings depict paintings which are estimated to be over 45,000 years old, give us a glimpse into the lives of our prehistoric ancestors. The artwork includes animals like pigs and buffalo, and human figures performing what look like rituals and hunting scenes. It's pretty amazing, because it shows that early humans in Southeast Asia were creating sophisticated art long before the rise of major civilizations.
Let us know in the comments which of these clips was your favorite. In the meantime, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.